Child custody. My ex-husband, 26M, and I, 27F, have shared custody with our son, 5M. My ex told me that he had a follow-up appointment for sinusitis on Tuesday, yesterday. My fiancé took my son to his appointment, due to me working that day, only to find out that the appointment wasn't for sinusitis, but a follow-up for an ER visit. I confronted my ex over text message. I have an active protective order against him with the stipulation that we can communicate via text in reference to our child. He did not respond. After several hours, he finally messaged me back asking how his appointment went. I continued to ask him about the ER visit and got no response at first. He finally texted me when I got a call from Liam's teacher about him not feeling well. I took Liam to the ER after consulting with his pediatrician for him, showing symptoms of a concussion. He was a brave boy who got a CT scan, which showed no concussion but did show the sinusitis that I informed you of. Any additional details do not serve a purpose for you. I later found out through my mother, because he told her instead of me, that my son had fallen and hit his head at a trampoline park, and he later started showing symptoms of a concussion at school the next day. I am livid and don't know what to do. I would go for full custody, but I'm scared at how that would affect my son. He loves his dad so much. Should I proceed with my gut instinct to file for custody? Should I consult a lawyer? I'm so confused as to what to do here. I am out of the US. Edit. This isn't the first account of him withholding information pertaining to our son. There was an incident where I took my son out to a hibachi restaurant and my son informed me that he was scared of the fire. And then my son told me about a time that his dad was playing with fire and the stick broke and the fire caught my son's shirt on fire. Thankfully, he was not seriously injured, but this was an incident Had was unaware of until maybe a month or two ago. This, coupled with me having to pester him on why our son was sent to the ER and him not giving me a straight story as well as a violent history, has me extremely concerned. I wouldn't seek to take my son away from his father. Simply visitation, or at least supervised visitation. Edit 2. I was able to access his medical records from the hospital. It states that my son started vomiting after the incident and my ex treated it with Tylenol. Then took him to school the next day, where my son continued to show symptoms until the school called him to report our child's illness. Edit 3. I didn't originally include that my ex has a history of being physically violent/abusive towards me. Such as dragging me across the floor, throwing me against walls, breaking stuff, throwing a 100+ lb dresser, punching holes in walls. I didn't include this because I didn't feel it relevant.